This is Ted Bryan from the Francis Howell North Star. We're coming to you with our first ever podcast. So, Abby, what's going on in the world of news?
This month we have the Missouri State Thespian Conference. Nicole Clement, along with other drama members, attended the Missouri State Thespian Conference. Nicole auditioned for the All-State show and made the first callbacks, along with other talented drama students from all over Missouri. In other news, the Science Club has begun work on a mural outside of Donna Malcolmus's room. The mural will feature various scientific symbols and objects such as a Bunsen burner and Albert Einstein. All right. And then we have something about snow coming. The final word is out. Snow coming will be February 25th. There was confusion about whether we would have a winter dance, but Stuco and administration have agreed on an informal version of homecoming.
With some sports news, in boys basketball, senior point guard Jake Prosser injured his ankle at practice on January 9th. He was originally told he would need at least a cast for a broken ankle and would miss 6 weeks. The team was relieved to find that it was only a hairline fracture and he could be back any time. Coach Bill Moyer is still skeptical, though. "We just don't know," Moyer said. "The doctor didn't say he would be out for the season, but he didn't say he'd be back in 2 weeks." In hockey, on January 20th, the Knights will be facing off against the Central Spartans at Wentzville, but all of St. Charles County will be watching. This game will be televised by Charter Communications and sponsored by Total Hockey. This gives the players a better chance to be seen. Since hockey is mostly a club sport, a lot is heard through the word of mouth. It's a much better concept to get the players seen and to see how competitive they are, Mike Richter, Knights assistant coach, said.
Okay, in other news, National Honor Society will be volunteering at Henderson, Becky David, and Harvest Ridge elementary schools to help children ages 3 to 5 get oriented with kindergarten. Here's something for night readers. Mainly, students come to the library during 6th and 7th hour to read and discuss about the books. Students read books that were suggested by the librarians, such as the Harry Potter series. In other news, the district has now adopted a new management structure. They have appointed Pam Sloan, former Francis Howell High School principal, as Chief Academic Officer. And finally, for me, here's something about the book in a bag. Sherry Pogue and Angie Gunnell are part of a reading committee to help promote pleasure reading in school. Book in a Bag was a program that the committee started where different teachers and librarians would go to random classes and ask if anyone had a book in their book bag. If they did, then they received a piece of candy. The reason for this was to promote pleasure reading. A student is more likely to read if they have a book with them, Pogue said.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Nothing. We're doing this whole podcast thing,
Podcasting thing. So what is this?
I don't know. It's just, we're trying to get the word out there about our newspaper and what's going in it and what's going on around school, and we're trying to start something new.
So how's this whole thing work? Like, how do I get it?
Well, if you go into your iTunes, if you have it, you go into your podcast directory, you type in North Star, it should pop up.
So I can just download it and I can take it with me and I can listen to it?
You can listen to my voice or Abby's voice or Lizzie's voice whenever you want.
Awesome. So, like, what else you guys got planned for this thing?
Well, hopefully we'll have weekly updates, monthly updates, updates every now and then with what's going on around our school.
Cool. Every year I always fill out one of those basketball tournament bracket sheets.
Oh,
you guys maybe have something on here that maybe I could check back later that time and, could I get some help out on that thing? You guys going to have a special sports show then?
Yeah, definitely. No guarantees on how accurate or how professional they'll be because I suck at those things. But we can certainly pass on some good advice.
Well, cool, guys. Appreciate the info. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, and in other news, for the sophomore class, January 25th marks the day of the sophomore ring ceremony. They will be getting breakfast from McDonald's and will receive their rings from the Herff Jones Company. Also, we have a new student teacher in our building. Her name is Senora Lukens. She came here from Argentina. She's learning under the supervision of Senora Meinzer, and she'll be teaching classes throughout second semester. She seems to be taking very well to her students. Also, DSC, which is known for different shades of color, has different kinds of goals for their new dance team this year. They hope to gain school sponsorship and be able to perform at the basketball games. News for the senior class. The bonfire that will be happening. Senior class delegates have begun planning a senior bonfire for the class of 06, which will occur on March 24th. The event will go from 4:30 to 8:30, and there will be several games to play and free food to eat. Tickets will go on sale in March. Also, for the spring play, auditions will be held for The Bad Seed. They'll be going on the 25th. If you need information, audition material, see Miss Karen for that. What else do we have in sports?
Well, the girls' basketball team is coming to the toughest part of their season. With a set goal of 20 wins, they're poised for success. Make sure you check out their game against rival House Central on Thursday, January 20th. Also, senior cheerleaders Taylor Barney, Susan Drown, Monica Martinez, and Kelly Lindsay are trying out to earn the title of Miss Cheerleader of America. The girls were given applications to fill out within 10 days. The girls will find out at a later date as to whether or not they will advance. If so, the girls will participate in a pageant-type contest in which the girls will have the opportunity to gain their state's title. I think it would be an honor to be a finalist and a scholarship, and scholarships are always good for college, Barney said. In news,
All right. We also, the special education students started Thursday, January 12th, they started selling hot cocoa for help in their department. Also, in Endeca, they're having a mini competition at the school to get ready for the competition that they will attend in February. And also, for incoming freshmen next year, they will have another graduation requirement change. They will have to take a personal finance class to graduate. Also, it's still being debated on whether they will have something for science. And now we have Nathan with a couple reviews for you.
Actually, he has a.
Actually, I have some news for you.
Just kidding. See if you're paying attention or not.
I got review action. You got review action.
Laura's got the review action for you. So here's Nathan with some more news.
Hi guys, Cultural Awareness celebrates Black History Month. Cultural Awareness might change up their plans for Black History Month from last year. Last year, Cultural Awareness made announcements each week in February and went to the Black Repertory Theater to see a play. This year, Cultural Awareness might invite speakers. Debbie Mason thinks the speakers might encourage students to think about issues they hadn't thought about before. Also, the choir musical review, originally scheduled for the 19th and 20th, was canceled due to lack of rehearsal time and unavailable space in the auditorium. The dates were switched around for a while, but in the end, the choir teacher, Pamela Grooms, decided to cancel. I'm disappointed, Grooms said. However, I would rather not do a performance halfway. Also, the Robotics Club has designed its robot for the competition in March. Check back with us for more robotics updates. And now here are some reviews for you.
Hey, it's Laura O, and I have some reviews. First is the Philips digital camera.
I think it's
The
teeny.
best thing about this camera is that it's only 2 inches big and can fit in the palm of your hand. The downside is that the quality of the pictures is not very good. It's a great camera for learning how to use the digital and the software, but not if you want professional pictures. Next is the movie Hostel. It was given 2 out of 5 stars. The gore lived up to the hype, but there wasn't enough of it. The plot wasn't that great and left some questions unanswered. Next is the movie Fun with Dick and Jane. Overall, it was very funny. A great movie to see with your friends, but not with your family. It can sometimes be inappropriate for smaller children.
it was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Next is Roll Bounce. It's the movie you want to watch if you want to have fun. If you want to laugh. Have fun too while you're watching it. This movie has a higher meaning than you may think. Next is King Kong, a great show. It caught the essence of the old movie, but with its special effect, the thrill was kept alive. Got 4 out of 4 stars. Next is Abby.
I thought I was done, but apparently I wasn't. So, here we go. We have a feature this month in our newspaper about the Francis Howell High senior Alex Smith, who is the newest temporary member of the FHSD Board of Education. On January 19th, she will be the first student to ever represent on the board. A different representative will be chosen from each high school to represent at the next few board meetings. Here's another one. With college costs going up, seniors and juniors need help. They find help in scholarships and financial aid. And if you're craving coffee, like I am right now, Mountain Mud Espresso is a drive-through coffee house. Customers like it for the inexpensive, great-tasting coffee and the fast and friendly service. It was so convenient, and it's more personal with the customers, sophomore Allie Stewart said.
I don't know about you, but I'm definitely a Starbucks girl, but I'd be willing to give that a try.
That sounds good. Hannah Suthers. Okay, I totally.
I figured it out. It's Hannah Suthers. Over the break, she volunteered at St. Joseph's Health Center for no pay. She enjoyed herself but realized that it's not her focus on healthcare. She wants to be a nurse. She said she really enjoyed herself.
And then we have a story on a formerly abused student, Zach. Sorry, I can't read. Zach Schwer was abused when he was 5 years old by his father, and because of the problems caused by this, he has chosen not to harm anyone throughout his life. I don't believe in the cycle of abuse, Schwer said. Once you've been through it, you don't want anyone to feel the same. And finally, for me, I think, we have something on a safe house. Bridgeway Counseling Services Director of Women and Children's Domestic Violence Services, Pat Kulik, discusses the Bridgeway Women's Shelter and how it is a safe place for women and their children to turn down if they have been victims of domestic violence.
All right, wrapping up sports. This year, players in the bowling league chose their own teams. Players say they're having more fun and have improved since last year. I think that they've chosen teams like they like bowling with, Bogar said. We let the kids choose teams with people they like bowling with. In boys swimming, we have a story about Spencer Mares. At the age of 3, Mares was diagnosed with leukemia. After 2 treatments, he started swimming and has done so ever since. Make sure you check out the rest of that story in the upcoming issue of the North Star. In wrestling, the team has gained 2 more seniors, Josh Jones and Dan Carlisle, who traded in their football helmets for the wrestling mat. Jones said, "They're both very technical sports. Wrestling is harder than football. It's more of a strenuous physical activity on your body." Senior Chris Hubner snowboards and mountain boards. He has been to Colorado, Arizona, Illinois, and other places to snowboard, and he's also has a snowboard from the 1980s. Make sure you check out these stories and the rest of our stories in the upcoming issue of the North Star and at FHN026.com.
Hey, where do I get in paper? This should be in your first hour on Thursday, January 19th. Be sure to check them out. And that's all for the Francis Hill North First Podcast. Thanks for joining in.